The story of Pandora is very ancient. A woman accidentally freed the evil and wickedness in the world. But what exactly came out of Pandora's box? Yes, we know it is evil, but what is it exactly? Who knows what's inside Pandora's box? And who is Pandora? Is she a woman who is just curious about what God did? Pandora's story we have heard over and over again, a moral story where curiosity is not good. According to the Greek literature Bibliotheca and Hyginus, Pandora had a child, and she named it Pura, or fire. Pura was the first child to be born of a mortal woman. You see, Pandora is the first mortal woman of Greek. According to the story, Pandora was the first woman in the world. When Prometheus stole fire from the gods to give to the people, Zeus punished Prometheus by chaining it to a rock while the birds pecked at his liver, but that was not enough punishment for Prometheus. So Zeus commanded another god Hephaestus to make a woman out of mud. When Pandora was done, the other gods gave her a gift before sending her to Earth to do her work. Pandora was sent to Earth to be the wife of Epimetheus, the brother of Prometheus. Pandora was carrying something when she came down from heaven, a jar full of evil of the world. There is another version that says Epimetheus first married Pandora, and then Zeus sent the Pythos or the Pandora's box as a wedding gift. But Zeus did not tell Pandora what was in it. Zeus just said never to open it and give the key to his wife. So why didn't Zeus just give Epimetheus the jar? Why is Pandora still needed? You see, Epimetheus know about the dispute between his brother and Zeus, so Epimetheus will never accept anything from Zeus. In fact, Prometheus warned him not to accept any gift from Zeus. But Epimetheus is weak and fascinated by Pandora's beauty, thus all his brother's instructions were ignored. Epimetheus holds the key to Pandora's box. Pandora tried to ask for it, but no matter how Pandora begged, Epimetheus did not give it. The woman is always curious about what is really in the box, especially it is forbidden to open it. One day, while Epimetheus was sleeping, she slowly took the key and opened the box. This is where the evil in the world unleashes. The box is a large jar or pythos in Greek. It is often used as a storage for wine, oil, grain and other foods. This is also where the person who died is placed or buried. Mistranslation occurred in the 16th century where Erasmus wrote the story of Pandora in Latin. But a mistake was made because the word pythos was replaced by pyxis, meaning box. The story is also a bit different in his book Adagia. In that book Epimetheus opened the Pandora's box instead of Pandora opening it. The real translation is jar not box. So it should be Pandora's jar. But if we think logically, the box makes more sense because it has a key. Although she was made with the intention of punishing humanity, Pandora was endowed with the virtues of the gods. So the translation of her name is all gifts. Aphrodite gave her femininity, Athena taught her to craft, while Hermes taught her to be stubborn and curious. Of course we know why Hermes put that attribute. This evil is plague, diseases, envy, crime. To put it simply, everything you think is bad came from Pandora's box. All of them are like small insects that fly when Pandora opens the jar. Pandora tried to close it because she was afraid of the sudden burst that fly from the box. According to other versions of the story, not all was able to come out. There is one left inside the box and that is hope. There is no concrete explanation as to why Zeus put Hope or Elpis in the heap of evil. One of the explanations is that Zeus is not bad, so he put hope in it. Another reason is that Zeus knew that Pandora would close the box, so he put hope because he knew it wouldn't be able to go out, an indication that Zeus wanted to torture people and serve as a sign that whoever fights him suffers eternal torment. But there is another version where the box contains blessings and when Pandora opened it, everything was lost and all it caught was hope. Pandora and Eve have similarities. Each is the first woman in each story. And the story comes from a prosperous world where there is no problem, and when they came, it was here that there was a big change. In fact, this interpretation is no different, especially during the Renaissance times. Jean Cousin the Elder painted Eva Prima Pandora or Eve the First Pandora in 1550. It can be seen that the attributes of Eve and Pandora are combined in the painting where its right elbow is placed on a skull, an indication that it carries death. It also holds apple branches, an attribute of Eve. His left hand has a coiled snake, a reference to Eve's temptation, and also a jar, the reference to Pandora. Even when they both do what is forbidden, they still have their differences, being Eve was made by the Lord to help Adam, while Pandora was made to be the punishment of mankind. The well-known story about Pandora is the work of Hesiod. In his book Works and Days, he gave a moniker to Pandora's name, which is all gifted. However, there are vases before Hesiod releases his literature which shows Pandora. Pandora is called Anesidora, which means all-giving or sender of gifts. The Anesidora is also called by other gods like Gaia and Demeter, so it means that Pandora is also a god. Again, it was prior to the time of Hesiod, prior to his story of Pandora being immortal. According to a vase, dating back to the 5th century before Common Era, Pandora was an embodiment of fertility and capable of providing fruits for mankind. So how can a gift-giving goddess become a mortal woman? Well, according to others, Hesiod had no idea of Pandora's mythology when he wrote it in his literature, therefore he had his own interpretation of the said goddess. But there are others who believe that Hesiod is aware of Pandora's story, because it has a statement where Athena and the seasons send wreaths of grass for Pandora. Indication that Hesiod knows Pandora's original story. One reason why Hesiod changed the story is because of matriarchy. Matriarchy are women who have more power in an organization. So the life-bringing goddess Pandora became death-bringing human. For female power to be replaced by male dominancy. It also shows the demise of women in power. Feminist interpretation. According to modern feminist literature, the Pandora's box is the womb of women. And the Pandora's box brings out the evils here in our world. Indication that they do not think of the phallocentric culture that prevails in different countries. In our day and age, when we say Pandora's box, it means it is a metaphor, where when we go on with our plan, we do not know what will happen, we do not know what will possibly be the end of what we started. I hope you learned some new information in this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you are always updated. See you next time.